What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome everybody. This is Donnielle. Welcome to Right Body for You. Today should be an interesting day. You know how, if you've ever listened to the show at all, we talk a lot about the body being aware of things and sharing that information with you. And I don't know about you guys, but it's a week and a day or something like that before Christmas 2015, for those of you listening in some other time period. And it's very interesting energy. I tell you what, I am so grateful for the tools of Right Body for You and Access Consciousness that have actually made times like Christmas easier. You know, Christmas for me has always been I love Christmas, family, fun, festivities, and all that kind of stuff. But there was always also that element of sadness or element of angst, or just, it's really interesting, all the quote-unquote negative things that would also come up around Christmas. And I'm so grateful for the tools of Access Consciousness and Right Body for You to let me know, hey, what if it didn't belong to me? And what if my body's just aware of other people's and what's going on with them? Including, I don't know about you, but sometimes during those holiday seasons, there's that mass desire to eat mass food, which is really interesting, how a lot of people get ravenous during the holidays. And it's like, who are you eating for? And I know I've done some shows on this, who does it belong to and stuff like that. And, we'll talk more about it next week, right before Christmas. But today we are talking about your body's Christmas list. It's interesting this time of year, all the shopping. And I don't know about you, but shopping has not actually been one of my body's favorite things to do. For me, it's been such a gift to the internet, because it's like, oh, I will just have that shipped to them or to me, and thank you very much, and how does it get any better than this? So shopping for me has never been one of my favorite things. And so everybody's shopping right now. Have you noticed this? I know. Stating the obvious, Donnielle, is what you tune into the show for, is to hear me state the obvious. But so many people are shopping around the world. And, what about your body? We're taught in this season of the holiday season, for those who celebrate the holidays, although I know I have quite a few listeners who are going, Christmas, December, whatever, it's just a month. To those who are celebrating the holidays, it's really interesting how much pressure we put on ourselves for shopping, for getting the right present, for being perfect, for being selfless, for giving, for caring, which to me, I've always thought it was really interesting, because I find it interesting how much I care for a person was judged by the present I gave them at Christmas. And it's interesting how, because I'm the type of person who, if I run into something and I'm like, oh, so-and-so would love this, I buy it and I give it to them. And what's interesting is when presents, like I've given people something like in November, and they've gone, well, why did you just wait for Christmas? And I'm like, it's very interesting, everything that gets put on this. And today wasn't intentionally started out as a rant, because we are going to talk today about your body's Christmas list. And it's just, I talk about this to tell you guys that it's like we tend to put ourselves last, tend to put a lot of pressure for one holiday. I have a couple of friends who they'll get something and they'll be like, oh, see, they just don't really know me because they got me a scarf or they got me a candle or they got me whatever. So it's really the amount of judgment that comes up during this holiday season, which actually affects the body. I know, shocking. And one of the things we tend to do is put ourselves and our body last, and our body very last. Sometimes we'll think about ourselves, but most of the time it's, our body is the very last thing. Yet, how can we actually survive through the holidays without our body? It's the one that keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. So, I say this year, what about as you're doing all that holiday shopping, you include your body's Christmas list? I have some things that came up on my body's list, and I would say some of them are going to be on your body's list, but some of them might not. Some of them are actually tactile, physical things, and it just might not be your body's cup of tea, okay? So, number one, and this is one I would suggest for everybody's body's Christmas list, no judgment, okay? If you've ever heard a show, you've ever been in one of my classes, I talk about no judgment a lot, okay? And if you notice, I'm not saying no judgment about your body, no judgment about you. I'm actually talking about no judgment. Because just because you're not judging you necessarily or your body in that 10 seconds, give us another 10 seconds, I'm sure we can find something to judge ourselves about. But that was a joke, folks. That was a joke. Target of Right Body for You is to get you out of judgment of you and their body and everything. And so in that, with that no judgment, even if you're judging somebody else or something else, it actually has an impact on your body, okay? So when you judge a family member, I know none of us are judging family members, especially this month. I might just be the only one. But, if there's one or two people out there who also happen to be judging their family just a little bit during the holidays, or any day of the week, when you judge a family member or anybody else, an example of a family member, you sit there and go, oh, no, I can't do that right now because it's the holidays. And I love it. It's like, I can't do it right now because it's the holidays. Give me February. I'll judge them in February, but December is hands off. No judging of the family in December, right? What a load of crap. So when you judge a family member, all that judgment of you starts to come up. And you go, oh, no, that's bad. I can't do that. Or, no, they're really okay. Or, excuse me, why can't I just have a family like so-and-so? Or, oh, I'm such a bad person for not being able to get along with my family. Or they're a bad person for not seeing me as I am. Or they're a bad person for judging me. Yes, you can actually judge somebody for judging you. Because we're cute and talented that way. So, when you're doing the judgment of them, you also judge you. And even if you're not physically judging your body, like, oh, my body's a piece of crap, my body's this, that, whatever, it has an impact on your body first because you feel it. Remember, you, the infinite being, senses, your body feels, okay? So you actually feel these judgments. You feel that angst, that anger, that frustration, that whatever is bringing up. You feel it in your body. And when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you have angst, when you're upset, whatever it is, how does that feel to your body physically? What do you guys like? your body when you're feeling these quote-unquote negative emotions? Do you feel like getting up and running a marathon? Do you feel like giggling? Do you feel like smacking somebody? Might just be me. Do you feel like smacking somebody? Do you feel light? Do you feel heavy? Do you feel buoyant? Do you feel like anything's possible? So this is what I'm talking about with the physicalness of it. Most of us, when we're angry and upset like that, we feel heavy. I mean, it's actually like gravity is affecting our body more, and we feel heavier. Sometimes you feel nauseous. Sometimes you want to cry. And all of this is actually going through your body. And, and those are the things that we're actually acknowledging. And even the things of judgment brings up that we're not acknowledging, besides the fact that we feel it, we tend to lock that stuff into our bodies. And, I've had people go, what do you mean lock that crap into your body? How can I lock something into my kidney? It's an energetic thing. It would be really interesting to actually see a body with a bunch of locks and keys, and that would be cool. I do like keys. Might be interesting. Maybe next lifetime, right? Have a body with locks and keys physically on it. But what I'm talking about is energetically. Energetically, we're really talented and in a communion with our body, whether we acknowledge that or not. And so when we do things like that, it's be like, oh, well, I judged my mom, and that was bad. You know what? If I hide it, if I don't see it, then it's not true. You remember that kids game? It's like you put your hands on your eyes, and it's like, oh, you're not there. Oh, you're there now because you can see them. And it's like, how much of a point of view did we actually create right then with a simple game like that if I don't see it, then it's not there. And so we do that with things like judgments. It's like, well, if I don't see it, then it's not there, and then you know what? It won't affect me. Oh, where can I hide this even from me? Oh, I'm going to hide it in my kidney. And my kidney goes, all right. Wasn't exactly planning on filtering emotions and judgments today, but sure, why not? I'll put it in the kidney. Okay, And so, like I said, so it's an energetic thing. And so everywhere we bought that if we can't see it, it's not there and it won't harm us, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, fun, fuck, nice, shorts, boys, and beyond. And that's an example of the access consciousness verbal processing of which the Right Body for You tools are all based on. They're all access consciousness tools. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. But basically with that, you're just changing the energy around it so that you don't go to the standard operating procedure of, well, I'm just going to hide it and therefore make it go away. And that's what I mean by we lock it into our bodies. And our bodies actually, interestingly enough, start to solidify with it. And when I mean solidify, sometimes I actually mean less physical movement. Okay? So judgment is an interesting thing. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about this judgment thing and what I just mentioned about that, the judgments locked into your body can actually make you less physically movable, less physically able to move. Okay? So this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Z.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Oh no! January 1st is coming up and I need to set my New Year's resolutions. That is how most of us react, and then default to what everyone else has decided is what we should change. But what would you actually like to change or create? Join me and a group of potent creators the first 4 days of the new year in the teleseries called Kickstarting the New Year. You'll receive 4 90-minute live calls filled with tools to create clarity on what it is you truly desire to create and be, and the tools to create that desire with ease. Go to Donnielle.com, DONNIELLE.com for more information and to sign up. Kickstarting the New Year. What would you like to create in the new year? The world can't wait to find out.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle, your host. And, just a little bit about me and Right Body for You. Right Body for You is a set of pragmatic tools. It's actually a part of Access Consciousness, and Access Consciousness has been around for 27, 30 years, something like that. And what it is it works on the energetic level. My favorite, if I could have thought my way out of this, I would have a long time ago, because I don't know about you, but I used to be a fantastic thinker, and I still was not happy. My body was not happy. And once I started taking these classes of Access Consciousness, everything in my life changed. Everything, literally, including not being shy or being, happy, things like that. Everything changed, and one thing that really changed quickly was my body. And so Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, asked me to be a part of Right Body for You, which has actually been around for about 10 years now. And it's the Access Consciousness tools focused on shifting and changing points of view about your body that actually then contribute to shifting and changing your body. What if the point of view that your body had to change was actually the thing keeping it from changing? And it's really been a gift to be a part of this. Maybe it's been around longer than 10 years, because I'm coming up on my 8-year mark of working with Access Consciousness and the Right Body for You tools. So it could have been around even longer than that. But this Right Body for You has been such a gift for me, and which is why I love doing the show called Right Body for You. But I also get to do workshops all over the world, Right Body for You, 2.5-day workshops, where we sit there and we talk about bodies. And we don't just sit there. We have interactive activities. I don't mean we stand up and do jumping jacks or things like that. But we work on conscious eating. We do some hands-on body processes. We do a number of things. We see what comes up. And a lot of these tools I actually share on the show as well. And I'm so grateful for Access Consciousness and Right Body for You. For me, it's been the thing that has created the greatest change fastest. I don't know about you, but anything that said there, it's a 3-month protocol. I was bored, and I was out of there. After about 2 days, I'm like, I'm so bored. Well, yeah, what if in that 2 days now you could change 1,000 things? And so that's the gift of Access Consciousness and Right Body for You, is that it actually, works on the energetic level and helps you to change those points of view that are actually locking you up. I was talking with somebody new yesterday, and she was asking me, she's like, so what do you do? And I'm like, how to explain what I do. And I told her, I'm like, if you shift points of view, it's actually really easy for us to create limitations without being aware of it. And she looked at me puzzled, like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, when you tell people, oh, be careful out there, you automatically create a point of view in their universe that there's something to be frightened for, that they have to be on guard. And so they put that energy out there, and a lot of times then actually that energy comes back to them in the form of whatever it was they were looking for to be afraid of. And that therein lies the gift of Right Body for You and Access Consciousness. So just changing a little point of view can shift and change so much. Little thing, by the way, you guys, I am scheduling my 2016 Right Body for You workshops, and it's so funny. I've noticed I don't have any in the U.S. or Canada, nor no North America continent. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, where you think it would be fun for a Right Body for You workshop in 2016. Okay, so Right Body for You, Access Consciousness, it's a little different, okay? So what we're doing today is we're actually talking about your body's Christmas list. During this time when we're shopping for everybody else, what if we also shopped for ourselves? And you guys are like, well, wait a minute, the first one was judgment. How do I shop for not judgment? Well, sometimes, if you look at it, it's interesting. If you look at it, sometimes judging is the most expensive thing we could actually buy. It deteriorates our relationships. It deteriorates ourself, our body, and our self-esteem and everything. So it's like, well, what if you could actually do the no judgment thing, right? So the first thing on the shopping, your body's wish Christmas list is no judgment. No judgment of it, obviously, no judgment of you, but also no judgment of everybody or anything, because all of that adds to how your body feels, okay? One of the other things on your body's Christmas list is to be listened to, okay? What do I mean by that? It's like, well, my body farted. Is that what you're talking about listening to? I heard the fart. Well, that one was silent. That doesn't count. Now I'm not listening. And I know some people are going, silent but deadly. So, sorry. I'm a little irreverent all year long. So that's not what I mean about listening to your body, okay? Your body is always talking. As a matter of fact, that's the title of my second book. Is called Your Body's Talking, Are You Listening? And it's based on this amazing teleseries I did called Your Body's Talking, Are You Listening? And your body's constantly giving you information. Let's look at, yes, it's giving you information for what's going on for it. That pain that you're experiencing isn't so much a wrongness as an indicator of something that is going on. Whether it's with you, or sometimes that pain is actually an indicator of something that is going on for somebody else. And so when your body is asking to be listened to, what it's actually asking you is to listen to the information it's giving you, whether it's something simple like feed me, or let me sleep, or don't sleep with that person, or even like, hey, you know what, that guy over there is having problems, and when we're willing to listen to our bodies, that first Christmas wish list of no judgment actually kind of gets easier, because it's like, I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. I mean, literally 6:01, and I'm not always a morning person. My body and I is not really caring for mornings in this 10 seconds, and that changes all the time. So what was interesting is I couldn't go to sleep. I was anxious. My mind started roaming on all of these things. Like, I'm moving in January. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't called the moving company yet. I don't even know the for sure day I can move yet or can get into my new apartment. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with that? And I need to call it. Oh, that's freaking out. Oh, and I have to check on that thing for the sex and relationship class with Gary, and this and that, whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get this graphics out. I have to do this. And I started getting this anxiety. And it was really interesting because I'm like, no, I just want to go back to sleep. And I'm like, no, I'm just sitting here. And blessedly, I have a question or a tool to use. I'm like, wait a minute. Who does this belong to? And what I got the awareness of, that my body was telling me with all of this anxiety and whatever that was coming up, it wasn't mine. This morning when I woke up at 6 a.m., it was still dark and it was still snowing. So it's been snowing for about 2 or 3 days here while I'm in Utah. And my body was actually picking up on everybody else who was getting up at that time to go to work and had to drive. Was thinking of all the things they had to accomplish that the snow was stopping them. It's like, it's the third day. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I've been putting off and I have to get all this done and I have to drive, I have to go to work, I have to do this. So it's like, how many people woke up at 6 a.m.? Remember, I woke up at like 6:01. How many people woke up at 6 a.m., saw it snowing and went, ah! And my body picked that up and was telling me, it freaking even woke me up, right? My body was telling me everything that was going on for everybody else around me. And then, of course, because we're cute and talented, I started being anxious and creating things to be anxious about that matched my life. Just because you can create things that match your life doesn't actually mean the anxiety, whatever it is, ever started with you or belonged to you. And as soon as I went, oh, thank you, body, for telling me. So I listened to my body. I'm like, oh, thank you for telling me. We went back to sleep, which I was grateful for, and I think my body was too. So the second that I listened to my body, which on the Christmas list, listened to my body, everything became easier, and I went back to sleep. Okay? So that first one on your body's Christmas wish list, no judgment. Second, to be listened to. And look, so like I said, when I thanked my body for giving me the information of everybody else going out in the snowy morning for the third day in a row and all anxious, I didn't judge it. How many of us actually in that moment go, stupid body, I can't believe I can't go to sleep. Oh, I just want to go to sleep. And we start to blame our body for these things when it's our body is actually just giving us information. So when we listen to it, this is one of the reasons our lives become easier and our body becomes easier. Because we don't blame it. Like, haven't you ever had good intentions for somebody and then they smack you with it? Well, how often do we actually do that to our body too? Our body's like, hey, by the way, this is going on over here. Ha ha, look. And we're like, shut up, you're stupid. And your body's like, okay. You know, it's like, how many times can you hit a dog before it runs away? Well, I don't know about dogs, cats, they run away. Actually, they bite you. And everything that brought up, just trying to create it. Right, wrong, buckle my shirts, boys and beyond. All right, we are going to take our next little break. When we come back, we're going to continue the list of your body's Christmas list this holiday season. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and you know what? We'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dane here, and I would like to invite you to an adventure in being. I've just written and finished a new book known as Being You, Changing the World. Are you one of those dreamers? One of those people who's always known that other possibilities should be available but haven't yet been able to see them be created? Well, I wrote this book for you. In it, you'll find tools, processes, and unique perspectives to change the things you've always wanted to change but didn't know how. In it, you'll find an invitation to a different possibility for a way that we can be in this world that changes not only our lives, but by being us, allows us to contribute to changing everything planet-wide that doesn't work. Are you aware that truly great people, truly being them, is the only thing that has ever created a great change on this planet? Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be one? Check out a copy of my new book, Being You, Changing the World. I invite you to go to beingyoubook.com for a free gift.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle. And, you know, it's funny. Every once in a while, I have to chuckle. I was listening to the open as we came back, and it's like, Right Body for You with Donnielle. I'm like, hey, that's me. I'm easily amused most days, you guys. Just have to say. All right. So the first two things on your Christmas wish list is no judgment and to be listened to. And we had a great question in the chat room. If you haven't ever joined us during the chat room, please do. We have a lot of fun and giggles, and there's a lot of comments that go back and forth. And one of the producers takes great delight in trying to make me laugh during the show, and it usually works. So it's fun to see what I'm actually laughing about. So one of the questions was, I wonder what my body was telling me last night. Woke up at 3:30 and wasn't able to go back to sleep. All right, so here's one of the other things about being listened to is just as you're listening doesn't always mean you get a cognitive awareness of what the freak is telling you, okay? So yes, at 6:01 a.m. I was able to go, oh, it's all the people going to work because I got that awareness. Sometimes at 3:30 in the morning, you're like, I don't know why I'm awake. But here's the gift of that energetic communication is all you have to do is go, thank you, body, for the awareness, and receive. And you do actually receive it. You're not lying. That's the thing is you're not lying. But when you acknowledge to your body that you're listening to it, though you may not have the words or the scenario or whatever it is, that ease still comes. So 3:30 in the morning, when you're laying there going, why am I awake? Thank you, body, for giving me the information, received, acknowledged, 10-4, good buddy, or, whatever it is. Thank you. And you know you're not lying, that you did receive it energetically, and then you can go on from there. Okay, so I just want to bring that up. It's like, just because you're listening to it doesn't always mean you get the, sorry, they put the 10-4 good buddy in the chat room. That's pretty funny. Doesn't always mean you have the scenario or actually what it's telling you with words, but you do receive it energetically, okay? So, number 3, to be asked for the information. That's the number 3. It's like, well, wait, was that part of number 2? Yes, but it's also, it's not the own separate one. It's like, okay, I'm listening, but I'm not going to ask you anything. So it is actually 2 things. Listening is great. Yay. Number 2. And number 3, by the way, these are in no particular order. These are just the ones in the order that my body was telling me this morning. Number 3 is to be asked. Our body is this amazing tool of awareness and information. We created it. We built it. We helped put the molecules together. We created every day, every second. Like, oh, you just created your body. Oh, look, you just created your body twice more as I said this, right? You are creating your body every single second of every single day with your points of view, with your happiness. It's not just the negative things, you guys, that create your bodies. It's also the positive things that create your bodies. And I know a lot of people think it's only the negative things that create our body, including judgments. We have to, this is me not looking at my email during the during the show. Okay, sorry. Which was funny, you guys, how in the first break, this break right before this, I talked about part of my anxiety. It was like, oh, I have to get this information for the sex and relationship class that Gary and Dane are doing in February. I just got it. Who, could have been my hotel contact thinking about me at 6 a.m., which would have been 7 a.m. their time. See, you never know, and it's always multifaceted, okay? All right, so you guys, it's not just the negative things that create our body. We tend to think it is, but it's not. It's also the positive things, you guys. It's also the fun, the joy, the laughter, the ease, the space that also creates our body. Okay, so you are creating your body every single second, not just from the negatives, not just from the judgments, but also from the happy things. And so in that is asking your body what it requires. And that is really, truly one of the greatest gifts, not just during the holidays, but throughout the entire year, that you can give your body. It's like, okay, we created this tool of information. Sometimes we listen to it, but what about if you actually asked it? Because it also strengthens that communication back and forth. Communication, yes, talking and listening. So it's like we listen once in a while, especially if it's in pain, we listen to it, but also what about asking? And not just asking in response to what it's telling us, like, oh, we have a pain, I'm listening, all right, what's this pain about? But what about also being proactive of hey, you know what, body, if we do this, what will occur? If we sleep with this person, what will occur? If we go there, what will it be like? Body, what would you like to eat? Simple things like that. But also, body, what can we become aware of right now? It's like, what if you can also be proactive, not just reactive with your body? Communication is not just a reactive thing. It's also a very proactive thing, okay? So the third on the Christmas list is to ask your body what it's for anything. We created this amazing tool. Why would we not use it, okay? So number 4 on Body's Christmas wish list is to have their contribution be received and not judged, okay? Your body's constantly giving contribution, information, awareness, a number of things. And so how do you, the infinite being, feel when you contribute to somebody and they're grateful for you? They're grateful for it. They don't bitch smack you. They don't, call you stupid or find fault with you or judge you. How do you feel when your contribution that you're doing for somebody is actually received? If you give somebody a present and they go, oh my gosh, thank you, that's amazing, your universe expands. You get happier. You have more space. More life is possible. Well, you know what? The same is true also for your body. So on the number 4 on the Christmas wish list is to actually have its contribution received. Because most of the time we actually, when we're learning to do this, before learning and acknowledging the communication with our body, we do tend to do a lot of, shut up, take a pill. It's like, oh, my body hurts, take a pill. Don't ask a question, take a pill. Get the nerve severed. I know that's disturbing, but I actually knew somebody who had a pain in her back, and instead of figuring out what the pain was about, she just got the nerve severed, so it stopped hurting. It's like, but there's still something going on. So it's not just about taking the pills and stuff. It's also, and that's even pain is a contribution from our body, okay? And so with the pain, like I said, we tend to go, cut it out, take a pill, stop it. What would it take for this to go away? But what if you actually acknowledged even the pain can be a contribution without the judgment, okay? So as weird as it sounds, number 4 is to have that contribution received, okay? To receive the contribution that it be, no matter what it looks like. And not to say, well, that's the wrong contribution. That's just, I wish I had added ease. When I asked for contribution, I didn't ask for pain. When I asked for contribution, I didn't ask for indigestion. Well, but what if that was the way you could actually hear it or receive it at that time? And how much of, it's interesting because, it's to have the contribution be received, and how much our bodies are friggin' amazing, you guys. I know the show is called Right Body for You, but truly, bodies are friggin' amazing, okay? And when our bodies tend to have the awareness, because they have no judgment, of how we can actually receive things, okay? And so it's interesting, when we do things like, oh, well, I didn't ask for indigestion, hello. And so we judge that contribution. That was actually probably the way our body could communicate to us at that time, or it wouldn't have occurred that way. One of my targets with the Right Body for You is to actually get you to that point where that communication with your body is so instantaneous that it doesn't have to get to that point of pain. It doesn't have to get to that point of indigestions or upset or anything like that. That the merest thing, the smallest thing can change, and you can go, oh, thank you for the information, okay? And so when we're talking about to have the contribution received, don't judge it. If your body is giving you pain, cool, receive it. I'm not saying you can't ask for how it can change. That's not what I'm saying. But if you don't judge the pain and you thank your body for the contribution, how much faster can you actually allow that pain to change? A lot faster, okay? So, no judgment, to be listened to be asked, and to have the contribution to be received, no matter what it looks like, okay? Somewhere we asked for it. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to finish up the list of your body's Christmas list. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Oh no! January 1st is coming up, and I need to set my New Year's resolutions. That is how most of us react, and then default to what everyone else has decided is what we should change. But what would you actually like to change or create? Join me and a group of potent creators the first 4 days of the new year in the teleseries called Kickstarting the New Year. You'll receive 4 90-minute live calls filled with tools to create clarity on what it is you truly desire to create and be, and the tools to create that desire with ease. Go to Donnielle.com, DONNIELLE.com for more information and to sign up. Kickstarting the New Year. What would you like to create in the new year? The world can't wait to find out.
Have you ever been on a land that was so joyful that your whole body lit up? Or swam in a river that brought all your cells to life? What if you are the gift the Earth has been asking for? For the first time, Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here are facilitating a class for the Earth, with the Earth, and inviting you to connect to the Earth in a way that you may never have before. What else is possible with the Earth that you've never considered? The Earth class is a special 3-day class designed to give you the tools to create change wherever you go on this beautiful planet of ours, with the water, the land, the air, and people. It's inviting you to let the Earth know you are here and for the Earth, to touch you and let you know it is here for you too. You're invited to join Gary and Dane in Houston, Texas, or online January 24th to the 26th. Go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass for more information. All proceeds will go to El Lugar, a nonprofit foundation dedicated to creating greater ecological possibilities. What kind of world would you like to live in? What future are you here to create? Just go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass, January 24th to the 26th. www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I'm Donnielle, and today we're going through your body's Christmas list. So number 5 on the Christmas list is time for it. You know, I started the show talking about during the holiday season, we tend to put us last on the list, and then our body even last on the list. And trust me, when you take time for your body during the holiday season, you'll enjoy the holiday season more. You'll be able to do more, be more, laugh more, if you actually take time for your body. Would it be great to be able to take a full day and just go to a spa or something? Absolutely. But you know what? Even something as simple as 5 minutes, heading to taking a walk, getting up from the computer. You know, yesterday I was in front of the computer much of the day. And then when, you know, the lady was here in my house, she was cleaning, I actually had to get up from my desk. And it was such a gift just to get up and move around. And, you know, and we chatted and blah, 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 blah. And I walked around the house, and that was just such a gift for my body. You know, so take time for your bodies during the holidays. You know, during the holidays, we're like, oh, we should think of ourselves last. Well, if you think of yourself last, you actually have less of you to be able to give to others during the holiday, okay? So when you actually give to yourself, it's not a selfish thing. It is a thrival thing, okay? So no judgment, to be listened to be asked, to have the contribution received, and time for itself is on the body's Christmas list, okay? And me personally, for my body, it came up with a couple of other things to tell me. It wants new flannel sheets. I don't know about you, but 3 days of snow, my body's going, flannel sheets, please, flannel sheets, please. And then a good massage, and also this new, it's not new, it's new for me, a yoga Pilates suspension swing thing. Oh, my body loves that. And so when you're asking your body what it would like this holiday season, yes, no judgment, to be listened to be asked, to have the contribution received, time for it. It can also ask for some other things, you guys, and what if that's not a wrongness? Flannel sheets, because it feels good at night, right? It just makes my body happy. A massage, because, well, my body's that way. It always wants a massage. And this yoga Pilates suspension thing, not for the exercise, not because it's something to do, but you know what? my body loves that sensation of swinging. Swinging was one of my favorite things to do as a child. And you know what? It's because it was my body's favorite thing to do. It still is. And so it saw this thing with a friend of mine a couple of years ago, and it's like, I want that. And I actually tried it. And my body was like, woohoo, I want this. And I immediately started doing moves. And my friends were like, how are you doing that? I'm like, my body loves it. So, hey, you know, we're looking at getting one of those for Christmas. So, you know, a lot of people get their pets presents for Christmas. What if you got your body something? And not from the exercise, not from the because it's good for me, but just because it makes your body light up at the thought of it. You know, somebody in the chat room said, I run to swings when I'm in a park. Cool. What if you give your body that for Christmas? 30 minutes swinging. How fun would that be? Just swinging for 30 minutes. What could that create in your life? Take time for your body and to give your body something that makes it happy and expands it and gives it space for the holidays. Okay? So what else is possible? So no judgment, to be listened to be asked, to have their contribution be received, and time for it. 5 things that I guarantee are on all your body's Christmas list, and then flannel sheets, massages, and swinging for my body. What else would your body desire? Okay? All right. So thanks for joining me today during, I know, the crazy holiday season. Hey, what if listening to the show for an hour was something that took time for your body and for you? You know, it always shows up differently, right? All right. So, so when you're going throughout the holiday season, when you're shopping in the next week, because this is like the real heavy time, people are like, oh my gosh, I forgot this person, whatever, I must shop. Well, you know what? Why don't you just try it out? You guys have a good time with it. On your shopping list, put number 1, body. See what it creates. Just so you always have that in your awareness as you're doing the shopping. Number 1 to shop for, body. Okay. Number 1 to give to, body. Okay. And see how it affects, how it changes your holiday season. And I will be live next week. I can't remember what we're talking about right now, but I'm sure it has to do with bodies. Well, because everything actually has to do with bodies. So I will be live next week, so please feel free to join me. We have a great time, and come into the chat room. And you guys, I'd also like to invite you to this new Kickstarting the New Year teleseries that I'm doing. It's January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun time with it because, I was talking about changing those points of view. The first thing we're going to do is actually shift the energy around all the points of view about what everybody says the new year should start with. It has to be losing weight. It has to be getting a job, getting a relationship. It's like, well, what if we got rid of all those points of view? What would you actually like to create? And then actually from there, setting in motion the energy to create what you would like to create in the new year. You know, the slogan is, what would you like to create in the new year? The world can't wait to find out. It's true. The world cannot wait to find out. So go check the Donnielle.com. And remember, if you have any suggestions of where to have a Right Body For You workshop in the North American continent in 2016 would be fun, let me know. Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. I'm creating my schedule now, and what else is possible. Okay? If you guys have any suggestions for the show, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Remember, your body's Christmas list shows up differently. And you guys have a great week. Have a fun week. Enjoy your body because it's enjoying you. And I hope to see you and your body here next week because you know what? I will be. So thank you guys for taking the time and have a great one. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body For You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.